Welcome to another video. We're over again at Ballymena at RS Race Fabrication and Prep, and our visit has been basically to come over, and as you may have seen, we have come over to visit MED Race Engines to do some back-to-back testing. But as we was over, RS Race Fabrication and Prep had told us that their turbo 206 was finished. So since I'm only down the road, I thought I can't miss the opportunity. I thought we've got to come over to show you around this fantastic build. So let's dive in and let's have a look what makes this a crazy little Peugeot 206. So as we see with some of the other cars that have been built at RS Race Prep and Fabrication, this one again started life as a national hot rod shell, which again goes back to what these guys do is basically, as I've said before, if you can dream it, they'll build it. So this is a full space framed car under a 206 shell, but based around the space frame of a national hot rod car, as you can see with the door bars and that type of setup. But what they've done is they've put their own little twist on it, and they have fitted the 5-cylinder Volvo engine. As you can see, it fits really far back for the weight distribution behind the front shocker towers. And what is interesting about the shocker towers is they've built in all this adjustment so you can tilt them inside and out for all the adjustment you need for better grip, better traction, for different cornering which is needed. Again, as they like over there, I would have thought Esco Mark II uprights, steering rack, a big Toil Sport intercooler, and Chinese turbo. Now, I think with the Chinese turbo, what you find is they either work or they don't work. There's no in between, but if they last and they get you going, you can quite simply buy an upgraded turbo and bolt it to the same place. So this is technically a stock engine, nothing done to it at all. All it is running is a Maxis ECU, and I think bigger injectors, bigger fuel regulator, the usual bolt-on bits and pieces. But this thing should make around 450 to 500 horsepower rear-wheel drive. And what makes this one so good is that it has the M3 gearbox, so it's all on paddle shift. So let's dive into the car, let's have a quick look inside. Like I say, hopefully with the light, I can get a little bit, I can show you enough and you can see what I can see. So when we're diving into the cockpit, everything in here is super nice. And as when I drove the Corsa, you sit really far back in these things. So as you can see, a really nice custom-made switch panel with all the adjustments, anti-lag, traction control, all the toys that the Maxis ECU allows. It also has a Corsa B steering column, which is obviously electrical, which has this button for adjusting how strong the steering is when being driven. Beautifully done. Again, you can spend thousands on dashes, but the Maxis ECU allows you to run basically a cheap tablet, and that's what this thing runs. So it also has, if you can just reach around here, it has the gearbox control unit, which is there, which again is for the M3 gearbox to allow it to run on the paddle shift. And if you look at the steering wheel, which is obviously off, you can see it's all on paddles. So this thing is going to be really interesting to drive. 500 horsepower, paddle shift, it's going to go full slicks. This is going to be a bit of an animal. So going down to the pedal box, custom billet aluminium pedal box by the looks of things. Electronic throttle body's all been wired into it for the ECU. Brake switch look like it's been wired in. So really nicely made in here. The seats are beautiful. I really like these seats. They're really, really comfy. And for me, sometimes it's hard to find seats. So let's dive around the back. So as you can see, it's a full fiberglass shell. As you can see, all the lights are stickered on. So is it 206? Who knows? But it's a 206 based car around a full space frame, which is what these guys have been doing, like when I came over and drove the Corsas. We'll try and dive in with the bit of light, and we'll try and get some areas where you can see with the light. Obviously, full swirl pot. It's on a full English back axle. You can see the prop shaft through the floor. You can see, as it on the long, yeah, it's on the really long trailing arms, like on the Corsa, which go just at the side of the driver's seat. Again, I don't know if you can see, fully adjustable suspension, and you can just see the adjuster knob there. Fuel tank and battery around the back. I think that's just to add a little bit of weight so it all distributes where it should do. But as you can see, nothing extra, no extra parts are needed. It is solely built as a space frame shell. As you can see there, that's the floor there. You can see the floor through. It is as a purpose of, it's been made to go fast and work. So as we can see with the wheels, they're obviously, you know, a 4-bolt pattern. Don't know what make they are, but the car is running, looks like bells and rotors and Wilwood 4-pots all round, with fully adjustable suspension. As you can see with the adjuster knobs, I don't think it's top adjusted, no, I don't think it is. All adjustable for the suspension, so you can set it up to whatever track, whatever surface you're racing on, because this is not going to run in the National Hot Rod Series. This is for a fast track toy. And again, as part of these National Hot Rod, they all run these giant spoilers. And as you can see, it's all tied in to the space frame here, which goes down to the lower part of the space frame, which makes these look, to be fair, an aggressive stance from the side. You've got this giant wing on this full space frame car and this full fiberglass shell. So this is only going to be a short introduction video to this car because A, because of the light, B, because of the time of year it is. I can't get out in it, we can't do no driving in it, can't do no testing in it, because there's still some slight mapping to do. But like I say, I wanted to bring it along to introduce it to the channel, to show more content of what A, interesting cars which look crazy and they're going to be so fun in the future to see finished, to drive, to see how they progress, and plus to show you a little bit more what the RS Race Preparation and Fabrication lads can do, and what crazy builds they're bringing out for next year. So this one is definitely one I'm going to look forward to, and I'll be over in Northern Ireland again to get behind this wheel on a track to see what it's like. I'll sign this one off. Only a quick snippet, because of the light, because of the time. I apologise guys, there's more to come. So watch this channel, like and subscribe, and I'll see everyone on the next video.